Bengals and Bears square off for just the 12th time since 1972. Chicago could even up the series at 6 wins apiece. And you'll see all the action right here on EA Sports.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The numbers in last week's game for Graham. 5 catches, 83 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Check 59.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. To throw is Fields. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A good throw there. And this is a quarterback who's still just getting his feet wet, obviously. And by most accounts, last week played okay in the victory. But I want to know, Charles, what was your impression of his play last week?
Brandon, I think a lot of teams will be happy with okay, and early on, it's less about how many touchdowns did he throw, but did he not throw interceptions? Did he handle adversity? Did he handle the huddle? Those types of things. That's what people are looking for.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. A give. This is Montgomery. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Third and 2, Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Fields on target to Mooney. First down, Chicago. Fields on first down. That's complete to Robinson. That catch good for only a couple. But Charles, you know, for this offense, we take a look at the draft class here. They were looking for a playmaker, and they found one on the outside.
And the way teams are throwing the football nowadays, you can't afford to skip at the wide receiver position. I know that the slot guy is getting more attention now, but that guy on the perimeter, he makes you go.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the touchdown.
Jimmy Graham, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take it the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. To return it, Darius Phillips. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Pushes past him, and he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Bears take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, and it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room and pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Trey Hendrickson, an all-pro with New Orleans in 2020. There on the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Fields. Over the middle, complete. That's Robinson. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Fields now to throw. He'll get this complete into the hands of Riley Ridley. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Justin Fields at quarterback gets the completion there. CD, what do you think the key is to stopping this talented former Buckeye?
Pressure, pressure, pressure. Rookie quarterbacks have to survive the initiation of the pressure of the NFL. Now, his athleticism can scare you a little bit because if he evades it, he can go a long way. But in the beginning, you want his eyes to go to the rush, not downfield. So bring those extra guys and see if he can handle it.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. They'll run with Montgomery. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Bears will extend their lead. This offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Here's Burrow. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
A gain of 3, second down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing again on second down. Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Now Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's Fields. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. "43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field.
The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
And let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Burrow will throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Drew Sample, the intended receiver.
That'll bring up 2nd down. Burrow looking to pass.
Open man is Chase, complete.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get...
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
It's the Pro Bowl quarterback, Richard Sherman. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
And Richard Sherman uses his veteran savvy to come up with an interception there, and he still has plenty of ability out on the corner. And he's the NFL's active leader in interceptions. Moved on from the Niners after 3 seasons, but thriving with a new ball club, and that veteran know-how comes into play one more time.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1.
And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the 1st half of play. We now proceed to the start of the 2nd half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the 2nd half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Back to Mixon on second down.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now it's Burrow. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Mixon with a first down carry. Mixon hit, and the ball is out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Now Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Well, we saw David Montgomery lead the nation a few years back in broken tackles when he was at Iowa State, and he's proven to be difficult to bring down in the NFL as well.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Well, down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Buying time to his left. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Bears push further out in front.
Well, this defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
On the return, Phillips. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Out comes the Chicago defense getting ready for the next possession. They recovered the fumble last time. 3 turnovers for them in this game. They've been, that word opportunistic comes to mind, right?
Exactly right. And you know guys on defense, they say the turnovers, the offensive guys call them turnovers. We call them takeaways. We go get them. And that's exactly what they've done in this game.
The former DB making sure you know their takeaways on the defense.
Takeaways, man.
A nice gain of 21 yards. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He's got his man. That's Sample, the tight end. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by the veteran Richard Sherman. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. Boy, so another interception. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in.
Here's all the players that will appear in the upcoming draft. Select, scout this player, and unlock his best skill. Use each skill unlock will cost you scouting points. Unlock this player's true skill ranking to see if he's a diamond in the. You just found a diamond in the rough. Other team. These players are on the last year of their contract. last season, Cincinnati split their series with Pittsburgh for the first time since 2015. Today, this AFC North rivalry resumes in Week 3, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
Ray McCloud to return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here come the Steelers now on offense, led out by a man who's been at the control since 2004. Six-time Pro Bowler, Ben Roethlisberger.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
Now a dump off here, complete.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now it's Roethlisberger. He sets to fire deep. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Well, for Ben Roethlisberger, he had the elbow reconstruction back in 2019, but he does not appear to have lost much at all, as that was a rocket.
And we knew that they tried to attack the secondary, but I'm not sure that we thought they'd do it right on the first drive of the game. But here they saw an opportunity, seized it, and it's a big play right off the bat.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. And this one incomplete, threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Charles, we get a look at the draft class here for this team. What do you think?
Well, I think for the most part, I do like what they did because, to me, they got some solid players in the early rounds. And then if I'm correct in my evaluation, they got some great value in the later rounds as well.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. And that'll bring up fourth down as his Cincy defense stands up on third. And Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. Had just the one big play on.
One big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Yeah, he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On third down, Mixon. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a fourth down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big pickup of 12 yards on fourth down to keep this drive from stalling. They'll run on first down. Mixon. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now it's Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Brandon, their last miss on third down, they actually were able to alleviate it because they picked it up with a fourth down conversion. I don't know that they'd be wise to try and do that again here. To me, you got to punt the ball away.
Here's McLeod on the return.
31 yards on the punt there. And the Steelers are going on offense here, 1st and 10. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
A first carry for Najee Harris.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. To throw here, Roethlisberger. He's going to float this one deep right side.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first. But Joe Burrow in year number 2, moving around pretty good considering the seriousness of his injury last year. If you're a defensive coordinator here, what are you trying to do to slow Joe Burrow down?
I think you want him to be in rhythm. I think you want him to be on time. And normally, you want to take that away from a quarterback, make him hold it a little bit longer. But when he has a chance to maneuver around the pocket, sometimes get out of it, big plays result. I want him throwing the ball on time and then tackling the receivers so there's no extra yardage.
They'll get this out wide to Boyd. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. This goes out wide for Mixon. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now Burrow on first down. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. Drew Sample, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
It used to be that if you were a big wide receiver and the coaches wanted to make you a tight end, you resisted the move. Now it's almost a glamour position because they have the mismatch advantage. Are you going to cover them with a linebacker? They're probably faster. A defensive back? They're going to be bigger. Tight end is the new big-time position.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Up to make the play there defensively, Von Bell, leading tackler in Cincinnati last year. From the 29, Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Roethlisberger on the draw. It's Harris. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger. short little throw to Ebron. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the... Bengals 29-yard line. Here's Roethlisberger. Completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. To throw again on second down. Roethlisberger. He finds his man Johnson. What a methodical drive. This is turning out to be that time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Ben to throw again. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the first down sack. Roethlisberger letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Boswell's kick is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
On the return, Phillips. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with 40 seconds to go, that's, you'd think, time enough to try to mount a drive should they decide to do so. Throwing now, Burrow on first down to Mixon on the check down. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Burrow. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown! Jamar Chase, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, They have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41.
Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow dumps it off to Mixon. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number one. So we have reached halftime, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So here are the Bengals set to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Here's Burrow. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Throw throwing now. Roethlisberger on first down. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They'll try to right side with Harris. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger will throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harris. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
And he's got a Bengals first down as he gets it up past the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. It's Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
And Tyler Boyd's one of those guys that seems to fly under the radar, but he finds ways to get open, and he has nice hands. He's averaged right around 80 catches a year his last 3 seasons.
And he's got room. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. On first down, Mixon might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Once again, they run with Mixon, and he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He completes it to Boyd. And able to get him down, but he doesn't. has reached the 5. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it winds us down to the end of the third quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Mixon again, and he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals might be headed to the win column for the first time in 2021 as they add on to their lead. McPherson now for the extra point. Oh, and he pulled it right. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. McLeod now on the return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
And got his man complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. The point after through the raindrops up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Cincinnati set to take over once again. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 51 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 10 more there and another first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Burrow going to get this out to Boyd on the perimeter. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
On 1st down, Mixon. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll give it to Mixon. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bengals look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. McLeod now on the return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So Big Ben and the Steelers now down by 13. Just over a minute 40 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. That's to Freiermuth. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. 90 ticks to go. Still time, but they need this onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. And you know they enjoyed taking that knee because they're now going to be 1-2 instead of 0-3. And psychologically, that's a big difference early in the season.
And it certainly is. It's a big barrier breaker because you get to 0-3, you're not thinking playoffs. At 1-2, you still believe that you're going to be a playoff team.
Yeah, you feel you got some hope on your side. 0-3, things start to look pretty bleak. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, you know, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That
next, we'll see the last two #1 overall picks. Joe Burrow hosting the former Clemson Tiger, Trevor Lawrence. It's the Jaguars in town for a fight against the Bengals, and it's coming your way on Thursday night.
2-1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. For the first time, the Jacksonville Jaguars set to go here on offense, led out by the new face of the franchise, the #1 overall pick, of course, from this year's draft. It's Trevor Lawrence out of Clemson.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Now Lawrence. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Check in on the numbers last week for Robinson. 19 carries, 86 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room, in the cold tub, trying to get his legs back for this game.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
From the 30 on second down, Lawrence. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 16.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. On second down now. It's Robinson, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. Lawrence on third down. And that is incomplete. And that'll bring up fourth down as his Cincy defense stands up on third.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on third down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
And the Jags are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll try to run with Etienne. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle. But collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. James Robinson His second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bengals here 1st and 10
at their own 16. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted.
Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal, trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win.
Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marvin Jones, his second touchdown on the season.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and that'll make the score 14-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
And he's got a Bengals first down as the tackle made at the 26-yard line.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Joe Schobert, number 4 in the NFL in tackles last year, in to make the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
11.
Now it's Burrow. Well, this is caught by Williams. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
Here I come again. Tighten up. Check it back.
12.
Now it's Burrow. Flushed out right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A good pickup there, 21 yards. They'll get this out wide to Boyd. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Check, 47.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what... Now Burrow loses the football. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. And Burrow going to throw again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And this will be incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Lawrence.
His throw incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Hunter Nicewander on to punt now on 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Jamar Chase, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So on is the lefty, Kevin Huber, to kick it away for the Bengals here on 4th down. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we'll see how aggressive they want to be in these final stages before the half. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it now with Robinson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup? We won't put up a fight. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals with work to do in this 3rd quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. And the half will begin with a touchback. And the Bengal offense ready to go here to start the 3rd quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
44, Mike.
He'll hand this to Williams to start things out. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. On 2nd and 9, Burrow. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And now the rookie's free. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright.
wide, and it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. To return, here's Agnew. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence. And it's complete to Eifert. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 36. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, that's not exactly how they drew that one up, nor practiced it, because on 1st down, you're trying to get some yardage to set up 2nd and 3rd down calls. In this case, had to drop it off to his running back. But, boy, they closed quickly on that one and stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
And that is caught. It's Davis. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 12-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd and 7, Lawrence. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play, because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head, out of harm's way.
He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. Now, after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The kick by Lambeau is good, and that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change, because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
The Bengals drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Again, it's Burrow. This one swung out to Williams. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass
supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth.
At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. Second down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On third down, Burrow. And that will be incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. That's to his running back, complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll run on first down. It's Robinson. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. And I think Eifert may be in some pain. Staying down following that play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 26. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence again. And a dump off here to Robinson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. He'll get that underneath Etienne. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Lawrence, now this is Etienne on the draw. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jaguars look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. On the return, Phillips. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 26. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. It's caught on the right side, Williams. Not much there, only a yard. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing again on second down. Burrow. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A gain of 32 that time. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Throwing again, it's Burrow.
Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Burrow to his old LSU teammate Chase for a Bengal first.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
8 yards to go on second down.
Brings up second and 8 at the 26-yard line.
Here's Burrow. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field.
Touchdown, Bengals!
T. Higgins,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
And he rifles one incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense. Right?
That's true. You've said that before. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Running out of the gun with ETN.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense.
And after a rough start, as we take a peek at the numbers, he's going in the right direction now.
So often when you see a game start the way we saw this one start for him, you just wonder if he's got a chance to bring it back at all, and that's exactly what he's done. Love seeing that happen simply because you know a guy has struggled, and now he's found a way to make things better. That's pretty good stuff right there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Throwing, Burrow. And he slings one that's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. Here's Burrow. And he checks this one down to Williams. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. To throw, Burrow. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Burrow. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. On 1st down, Robinson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run again here with Robinson. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. And they will take a knee here. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
A final shot now for Burrow. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a
Coming up, we'll see Joe Burrow taking on Aaron Rodgers. The Packers and Bengals squaring off for just the 14th time, with Cincinnati winning 3 of the last 4. It's all headed your way next on EA Sports.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down now. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 21 yards there on 3rd down. Now a first down carry by Jones. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Now Rodgers. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end Tunyon. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Now he's forced out left. He finds Funchess. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Here's Rodgers. Able to spin free. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And Crosby puts it through. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They'll get this out wide to Boyd. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now it's Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. They'll run on 1st down. Mixon, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball.
Touchdown! It's complete. Drew Sample, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Bengals have taken the lead. Evan McPherson now for the PAT.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up third.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. .39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Burrow going to get this out to Boyd on the perimeter. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Complete to his tight end Sample. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Call that a gain of 38. A big march forward on the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
On 1st down, Mixon. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted.
And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
Touchdown, Packers.
Touchdown.
Robert Tunyon,
his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Packers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
Yeah, normally when you talk about tight ends, you immediately begin talking about them rumbling down the field. But to me, he was pretty well gliding downfield there. Very athletic for a big man, and he takes this one all the way to pay dirt.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Come on now, let's go.
Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work.
He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Burrow looking to pass. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Boyd.
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. So on fourth down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Packers with the football here late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Rodgers now on first down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, and now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. They'll run on first down. Mixon, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Check. 11. Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping. Our last chance.
Here's a run with Mixon. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And you know what I think the defense is saying back to them? Why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. On first down, Mixon. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 59 yards on the ground for him so far. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Once again, they run with Mixon. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They run for it with Mixon. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Rashawn Gary. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
This goes out wide from Mixon. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Burrow going for it on 4th. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 27 yards. A big play there on 4th. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
7 yards, the pick up there. 2nd down from the 8. They can get a 1st down by reaching the 5. A handoff to Mixon. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just...
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Hard to argue with that being their best drive of the game so far as they use the running game to get them into the end zone.
Couldn't agree more, partner. Prior to that drive, they sputtered a little bit, but it looks like they found the formula. I would expect them to go back to that more and more as this game develops.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Rodgers on the return. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Another first down there as this one goes for 25. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. A check down here to Jones. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in the meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground, and they'll bring it down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait, because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
You want this?
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. He finds his man, complete. That's Boyd. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got a Bengals first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Joe Burrow.
And that is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. 35 yards that time on the punt, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. So now Rodgers in the pack. Down 14-10, 90 seconds remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Able to find Jones. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up. And it's complete to Adams. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. One final try now for Rodgers. And this is going to be caught. It's caught. And they've won the football game. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses this game.